said that right. And this has been a great thing for Vizag, hasn't it? This Celebrity Cricket League taking place here.
Yeah, it's a great thing. We had a curtain raiser match already here. Good crowds were there. And today also good weather, good match here.
And what do you think of the way the teams are shaping up and how they've been performing over the course of the tournament?
They're doing well. Karnataka is hopeful of winning. I think we never know what would be the outcome.
And who are you supporting today?
I have to support my Telugu Warriors, after all.
I'm sure you do. And how do you think the Celebrity Cricket League has been as a tournament?
Pardon me? I didn't catch you.
I said, how do you think the Celebrity Cricket League has been as a tournament?
It's a good one, a good change, good entertainment. Not only on the screen, off the screen also, by the stars.
And it's great to see so many people coming out and supporting the cause, right?
Yeah, it's basically a good thing happening. Good thing happening.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and it's back to you in the box.
Well, after those two hiccups, we have Bhaskar cramping. He is in some discomfort. And Karnataka Bulldozers don't really want a runner for Bhaskar because that will make things more complicated. They need to fight back, they need to claw their way back for this chase. And who better than the man on the screen and the man on strike. Sweetly timed through the covers region. Would be cut off. Or no.
Well, three people were converging on that particular delivery. None was successful. Dhruv has been an outstanding player so far. He uses that pace ever so nicely, placed it perfectly, dissected that gap, and three of them could not do enough. Just could not keep the ball in play. Dhruv been a mind of this tournament so far. He is physically challenged. He's depth and dump. But the fact is that hasn't hampered his progress on the cricketing field. He's been doing ever so well with the bat, with the ball, and he's rarely dropped the catch.
So in all departments of the game, be it bowling, fielding, batting, he's shown a lot of intent, some star power, supporting the Bulldozers cause.
Well, the owner and the brand ambassador there. She claims to be the lucky mascot. Will she be lucky tonight? Remains to be seen. Because from here onwards, I think they have a mountain to climb. They are chasing a huge, daunting total, and they've already lost 2 wickets in quick time.
But they have done it before, and that will give them a lot of confidence because they chased down 180 at Chennai, and this is a better wicket because Chennai was turning a bit. There was bounce in the wicket, but here it's coming on nicely onto the bat. As long as they don't lose too many wickets in this chase, they are pretty much on course.
That's the point about chasing. I think the moment you lose a couple of wickets, you lose way, panic sets in, and then you never know. It's all about putting enough pressure on the opposition by taking regular wickets. And that's what Telugu Warriors would be hoping, because they're playing in front of their home crowd. They've come in numbers to support their stars, and they would not want to disappoint. Definitely this man, he's been a star. He's been a superstar in Andhra Pradesh, and he would want to prove a point or two even on a cricketing field.
I mean, how about Venkatesh having a bowl for an over or so? Because so far you haven't seen him bat in the tournament for much long. But you need to see him bowl. You need to see the crowd getting behind him. Maybe that can add as an inspiration to his teammates.
Well, that brings to mind that curtain raiser a few months ago. When he came into bat, he started slowly. He just found his way in, and after that just started smashing every bowler. And there were about 40,000 people on that particular day in the stadium. And last ball was bowled by Ritesh Deshmukh. The entire stadium was chanting sixer, sixer, and the star obliged. He deposited Ritesh Deshmukh he rose back into the stand.
Well, that has been deposited to the cover fence. It's a brilliant shot to end the 7th over. It's 57 for 2.
Well, the cheerleaders are up. They're doing their jig. They're happy. They've kept the crowd entertained, and the cricket has kept them entertained. You've got the brand ambassador for the CCL, Priyamani, sitting there, along with Raghu, who was outstanding. He was on a hat-trick today.
Well, Dhruv continuing in a sedate fashion.
How do you plan a chase, Sanjay, when you're chasing 172, 8.5 runs and over? You've lost a couple of wickets in the first 6 overs itself. Yes, you have got a couple of decent batsmen in the middle, but then how do you approach it? Do you start smashing? Do you keep that run rate in check, or you just keep wickets in hand?
Well, a very interesting fact that came to our mind in between is the Tata Nano. Surprising and exceptional innovation from the house of Tatas. Meanwhile, we have a runner for Bhaskar, who was injured while batting.
Well, here it goes again, Tata Nano. The most fuel-efficient petrol car in the country, Sanjay. It has a mileage of 23.6 kilometers per litre. And when the fuel price are going through the roof, I think that's definitely a smart buy.
Sudeep always looks to be having a thought on his mind, whether on the field or off the field. Well, again a good shout for leg before, but ball drifting down the leg stump.
That substitute runner is going to just make things a bit more complicated. I hope that the batsmen in the center are able to communicate properly, because we've seen it. We've been there, we've done it, we've had the substitute runners, we've acted as a substitute runner too, and it's never easy. You don't know which call to respond to, where the run is, because it's also different. You're used to standing at the crease in front of the stumps, just gauging all the gaps in the singles, but the moment you're standing at square leg, it's too tough. Meanwhile, Karnataka Bulldozers pictures there, some ecstasy, some thoughtfulness, some joy, some celebration, and that's what Celebrity Cricket League has been so far. You've seen the stars descending on the ground of cricket, both while playing and outside. They've come here in numbers to support their peers and colleagues, and in fact inspirations at times.
But Bhaskar continuing. I mean, you've seen on numerous occasions in this tournament, even if they get injured, they want to carry on. You've seen somebody like Dhruv, who played with a rib injury. You've seen Adarsh, who had some problems with his hamstring in the previous game, battling it on, and now you're seeing Bhaskar. So they don't really want to get off the cricket pitch.
Well, that's what happens when you don't play cricket day in and day out. We may just want to take a break every now and then. In fact, if you talk about the current Indian team, almost 9 or 10 of them have not really traveled to the West Indies. So, but that's professional cricket. They have their rigors. It's been a grueling season. But for them, for these guys, it's just this or nothing for one more year. So I think you want to give it all. You want to be there in the middle, in the thick of action. And it reminds me of my days in England, Sanjay, you played there as well. When you play amateur cricket, you want to make full use of whatever is available to you.
Yes, obviously. Meanwhile, Dhruv dispatching that loose ball outside the off stump by cutting it between cover and point region for a boundary.
Brilliant shot. We've seen some outstanding stroke play today. First it was Akhil, Tarun and now Dhruv. I think as this league is progressing, we've seen a phenomenal rise in skill level or the execution of those particular skills.
And the number of extras have also gone down. The previous one was a wide, but if you see, the number of extras have gone down drastically. And that has also reduced a lot of people's jobs. Somebody like the commentators or the media persons or the camera persons, they don't really have to sit for more than extra time, so to say.
Well, absolutely. You don't want to be here longer. In fact, both the games, like even a game last week was interrupted by rain. That was in Bangalore at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Here, these guys are bringing those live pictures to you. And you don't want to be there for more than what is needed. And this game has already been rain curtailed, not rain curtailed, but definitely rain interrupted. And we are going to go in, we are actually in for a long day today because there is a game to follow.
And I think for the next season CCL, I heard from the organizers that they're going to, bring in some penalties for slow over rates.
It may not be a bad idea. But the amount of improvement or what we've seen in the last 3 days, yes, it's been just 2 weekends, but we've seen a lot of improvement, whether it's their discipline with their bowling, whether it's about their stroke play, their calls, even in the field. I think that discipline is going to go up. What a wonderful shot. Goes all the way for a boundary. Karnataka Bulldozers, 74 for 2 after 9 overs.
Because of his sheer power, and Dhruv can do as much as well.
Well, an outstanding shot. Tarun is actually guilty of bowling it a bit too short. Got away with it this time. Brilliant running between the wickets. They are showing some urgency. I'm not too sure whether Bhaskar would have done the same. He's happily just applauding his peers from the square leg. But I think the onus is on Dhruv. Just look at this one. Well, that's smart running by the non-striker.
Well, a short ball again. Tarun finding it difficult to pitch on the right length. I think he looks tense. His body language suggests that he is under pressure. He's not looking to toss the ball up. He's probably looking to push it through as quickly as possible. And that happens only when you're under pressure.
Tell me something, Sanjay. Has it ever happened to you that you want to pitch the ball in a particular area, but you're not able to just because of the sheer pressure or lack of confidence or maybe something else? Has it ever happened to you?
Well, not really, but the only ball that I couldn't really bowl at will was the Yorker. And when under pressure, most of the Yorkers that I attempted used to be ended up as full toss, but not for the length balls.
Well, I agree, that's what happens, and that's why they say it's easier said than done. You can always preach, but it's very difficult to execute Yorkers at the right time. In the meanwhile, Dhruv takes a single. Karnataka Bulldozers 83 for 2 after 10 overs.
see Chiranjeevi Sarja from the Karnataka team. He hasn't been playing today, but he's been watching very eagerly from the sidelines. How is it going so far, do you think?
It's a very critical situation what our team are facing right now, and there's a lot of pressure on our team, but we being more positive and hoping that we are going to win the match.
So it's 83 for 2 at the moment after 10 hours. You think you guys are going to be able to pull this off?
Sure, 100%.
Not a doubt in your mind.
No way.
So tell me why you weren't playing today.
Because I was a little injured. I had a ligament tear on my left shoulder, so I have sprained it too much, and my doc has told me to take a rest, so I can probably play for my finals. So it's good.
So you will be playing for the finals tomorrow?
Hopefully. It depends on my captain's mood and the situation. So hoping that I'm going to be playing for the finals.
Well, you guys have performed superbly, and it's an amazing achievement to even make it to the finals. So all the best for that, and all the best for today.
Thank you so much.
And it's back to you guys in the box.
Well, I have with me Ayaz, who has replaced Sanjay Banga. Welcome, Ayaz.
Thanks, Akash. This seems to be, when they lost 2 early wickets, I thought that Karnataka would be under pressure, but these 2 batsmen have really unleashed some powerful shots, shrugged off the pressure, so to speak.
Well, I agree with you. The game is even Stevens here. It can go either way. But just because Dhruv is there on the crease and the way Bhaskar is batting, you would want to give them a chance. I think balance is slightly tilted in favor of the Karnataka Bulldozers.
Well, the quality of the stroke play, the body language seems to suggest that the batsmen have shown no signs of being under any pressure. Dhruv has been particularly impressive. Look at that, he's so powerfully hit. I mean, there is a sweeper cover there. But far more controlled batting that we're seeing from this team.
Well, it's calculated. Obviously, there is a lot of thought gone into the way they've planned their innings. Yes, they lost a couple of quick wickets, which could have pegged them back big time, but they did not allow that to happen. They ensured that there was a partnership going. They stitched a nice partnership together. They are getting to a stage from where they can actually accelerate and take the game away from the opposition.
Well, I think the fielder has done that, done quite well to stop that from going to the fence. There was no way of him taking the catch. He's got a nasty knock on his right hand, I think.
Well, it doesn't matter as long as you can stop a boundary. I think that's Akhil. He's a young lad. He can take a blow or 2. Last ball of the over. Amounts for a single. Karnataka Bulldozers 89 for 2 after 11. Yes, maybe a little hopeful too, but still a long way to go.
Yeah, I think there is some pressure now in the Telugu Warriors dugout. They need to get a wicket, perhaps 2 wickets rather quickly to come back into this game. Remember, if they lose here, then it opens up the game or the league for the other teams. But if they win here, it would still mean, but they would be up in the run rate, they would have a victory under their belt, and it improves their chances of making the final.
That's Venkatesh with Venkatesh, a first-class cricketer of repute, played for Hyderabad, obviously assisting the team. And I've heard that they've been practicing very meticulously and have prepared really well. And that is why they look so much in thought. And yes, if they go on to win this one, then they actually rule Mumbai Heroes out completely. Chennai may still be in it with a chance, but they would do their harms. They won't harm their chances if they win this one.
So now you know what the Mumbai Heroes are praying for. They're praying for a Karnataka win actually, because that would keep them in contention.
So actually Telugu Warriors are not just playing against the Karnataka Bulldozers, but also against the Mumbai Heroes, because they are secretly praying for their demise.
That's right. And Venkatesh, the captain, is actually now in the dugout, looking most animated while there too. That's a good hit. Will that go to the... Oh yeah, it does. It's a 6 actually. That didn't take too much flight, the ball. It went for a flat 6.
Absolutely reminds me of a 6 KP Bhaskar hit when I was young. It didn't go more than about 15 feet off the ground. Just flat batted swat. Just look at that. Hit the board straight. An outstanding shot by Dhruv. And smartly playing his innings here. He is not just taking the chances as and when required, but is smart enough to play the next ball on its merit.
That he is. He's in such control. Look at that. And he stopped his non-striker from running through. He knows how to pace an innings. That much is clear. And he's got some very fine shots in his repertoire.
Yeah, it's not always about going helter-skelter, just going after the leather. Takes some smart thinking as well. He's already got a 6. He's got a single here. He's got 7 off the over with another couple of balls to go. If those 2 balls could get them a couple of runs, that's 9 and over. That's more than what they need.
Yes, they're going at about 8 and over. Little more, little less, but never too far below the 8 mark, which keeps them in the running. And that's a big hit. Will that cross? Yeah. Oh, that's a mighty hit. That's gone for a mighty 6. It's 103 for 2 after 12.
Yes, they have all the reasons to be dancing. Karnataka Bulldozers just turned it on in the last over. First a 6 of Dhruv and then another 6 by Bhaskar. And both hits, extremely lucky, just went all the way and gave the bowler or a fielder any chance to actually stop that one.
I'm very impressed with the manner in which the Karnataka Bulldozers approach this task of scoring 172 for win. It is a daunting target, but you know they've shaped up extremely well.
So over to Shivani, she has someone special.
I have with me Shankar from the Karnataka Bulldozers. Not playing today, why not?
I have a shoulder injury. That's why I thought my other guys are there to play. Let them have a chance to play at least.
You really are like the Malinga of the team, aren't you?
That's what all Karnataka people tell. That's a good thing.
Is that a lot to live up to? Big expectations from you then?
It's all up to my captain, how he takes me in the team and what it is.
So now you're a big producer in the South. You've had a recent super duper hit. How does that feel?
It is nice. Better than that, this is a good thing what I'm feeling now.
You enjoying this more?
Yeah, too much. Better than my success of Kenpegoda, this one I'm enjoying a lot.
And why do you think that is? Is it because you get a chance to play sport with your peers, or is it just nice to relax and live a different life?
No, this was my dream to play cricket. I could not get a chance because it was struggling in my life that time. It was a thing, that Kenpegoda movie was also an expectation. After that, I immediately got this. After that success, I got this one. I was very happy.
And how do you think your team has worked together?
We have worked from November. We are practicing for 6 months. My captain has become a Hitler for us. Every time in strict timings and everything. Because of him, the team is like this today. Whatever we are performing, it's only because of Sudeep.
And because of him, and because of the team effort, you guys are in the finals, which is a huge achievement. So congratulations, and all the best for today. And it's back to you guys in the box.
Well, they've been doing a fine job here. That's Karnataka Bulldozers for you. They are facing a daunting task, as 8.5 and over is never easy. But they are going about very nicely, placed at 105 for 2 after 12.3 overs. That's not too bad.
It's a very measured, very controlled response, and especially by these 2 batsmen. A lot of wrist in that shot. He's turned it from middle and leg to long leg for a 4. It's a terrific shot by Dhruv.
Well, smart batting once again. He knew where the gaps are. He knew where the fielders are. Just placed it right into the gap. No strength. Just that roll of the wrist. Very smartly done. Very neatly done.
Yes, I think you're right, Akash. He really picked that gap so well. Yeah, the bowler might have some regret, but the batsman was smarter.
Whenever you see someone like Dhruv in action, you get to know that T20 cricket is not only about slam bang. You don't have to go after the leather every single delivery, and especially when the bowler is obliging too. That was a ball way far down the leg side, and keeper had no chance to stop it.
I don't think Adarsh had a hope in hell of reaching that delivery. Now, I think the Telugu Warriors are feeling the pressure big time. The match seems to be running away from their grasp completely, unless they get a couple of quick wickets.
Absolutely, wickets are the need of the hour if you are the Telugu Warriors. And more importantly, just do something different, because whatever they're dishing out so far is not enough for Dhruv and company.
I think they didn't attack enough at the start when there was some help for the bowlers. Perhaps the batsmen would have been a little tentative. Now this partnership looks well settled, and the runs are just being whittled away. That's well fielded. 115 for 2 after 13.